Hello guys, MikuChibi here. Welcome back to Sword and Factor, and we have a new banner that got released today, the Aincrad Airlines Order. That is pretty new. We have never had this theme before, I believe. Yeah, so we have a new banner that is a 5-step, where you can see here step 1, 3% off, step 2 and 4, the same price, 2,400. Step 3, you are guaranteed to get a random 4-star, and then step 5, a guaranteed new 4-star, so one of these 4 here. 4 new skills, Silica, Lisbeth, Alice, and Klein. You can see that Silica, the only chain skill, and the rest full burst. Okay, I guess they want to promote the full burst, keep releasing. Where's the link skill? Give us more link skill, please. And then we also have the 6% drop rate, which is a scam, as you know. And the duration of this banner is till the 15th of April, so you have roughly 3 to 4 weeks to decide if you want to summon on this banner or not, so that's good enough. And you also know that we're gonna get a lot of events during April for the April full event, so gonna be really good if you really want to summon this one. The first skill we're gonna take a look is the Lisbeth. To the flight mission, Lisbeth is a passive full burst, advanced trooper, enhanced burn immunity, hold the front. Okay. For the skill effect, Advanced Super Fight gives you a flat fire attack and enhanced burn immunity 4, burn damage minus 3%, really useful. Then hold the front for recover of max of 5% plus 200 flat HP per 3 seconds when HP is under 3%, can be really useful. So yeah, this is not bad passive skill, especially if you're missing a full burst passive to activate another burst, so can be really useful, so this is not bad. And definitely this one, if you want to play around burn, you have a burn on yourself, can be really useful, so not bad. And then we have Alice, Joy of the Sky. Alice is a sword full burst with burning V square for SP, slash of fire, 50 in cool time, 52 switch game for breakage, not best. When using it normally, you will dealing 2400% damage for hitting a target, enhanced defense 4, defense 3% for 50 seconds, not bad. Fire element enhanced, fire element damage 9% for 50 seconds, good. To activate the full burst, you have to do fire slash dark. Should be really easy since we do start with fire skill and our dark skill for free when you start the game, so it should be really easy. And if you want to limit break your skill to plus 10 using niters, you will remove this sequence and only need to do fire slash, a lot easier. First second cooltime, 50 switch gate and 80 break gate, decent. When you activate full burst, you will dealing 5800% damage for hitting a target, and then it has 3 bonus. The first bonus, your own defense attack increased by defense time 2, so really nice if you keep building around defense. When you equip 2 or more Lifa skill in the same set, damage done to enemy weakness stacking 1%. Really important to equip 2 Lifa skill, really important there. And then last one, fire element damage increased by 0.5% of the number of burn stack when the player is inflicted with a bronze status element. This is mostly for specific player that play around burn. If you know how to play around burn, it's good. Otherwise, you don't really need to play around this one. You don't really need to have the burn on yourself. You can remove it and only rely on the 2 bonus. These 2 are still good enough. And when you activate full burst, you won't consume any SP, really useful. So this Alice is pretty good, one of the strongest full bursts for fire element, so gonna be really nice and definitely really good if you start into the game. If you want to reroll, getting this Alice gonna be really nice. So definitely worth to reroll if you want to aim for Alice and have a really good start. Rest above the clouds, Silica is a dagger chain skill, right? Yeah, with burning speeding, 26 XP, slash and fire, 40 second cooltime, 96 switch gate and 33 breakage. The switch gate is pretty nice, but breakage not bad. It does 2170%, 6 hits single target, with flame pile buff, fire element damage, 1% per stack, 3 stack for 20 seconds, and if you use switch, you will get 9 stack instead of 3. So gonna be really good for your fire DPS set, especially if you have the collab Silica from the Tensura collab, the Silica and Milim artwork, if you remember that one. With this, you should be really good because you do need 7 select skill if you're playing around that specific full burst. So this one can be nice to have. And when you activate chain, you will get 50% fire element damage and also a flat 1000 attack while the buff raise fire damage in effect. Just the same as any other chain, and this one gonna be really good for any fire DPS, so very nice to have. And last one, we have the Steel Wing Commander Klein, the pilot guy there. It's a spear full burst, alright? Spear full burst, Flame Down skill animation for SP, Frost and Fire, Freezing Cool Time for 8 switch gauge and for 9 break gauge. Oh, not the best. When using normally, you will deal 2460% damage AoE. Fire element weak 4 debuff. Fire element damage to monster 25% for 10 seconds. Really useful. And then Flame Force 4. Fire element damage 3% for 50 seconds. Not bad. To activate the full burst, you have to do Fire, Fire, Frost, Fire. So if you do have many fire skill on spear, should be really easy. And also, if you want to limerick the skill, you will remove this sequence here and only need to do Fire, Fire, Frost. Should be easier to activate it. When you activate the full burst, you will deal 6000% damage, pretty high multiplier, AoE. It has Flame Demon 5 buff, fire element damage, 65% for 8 seconds, not bad, really good. Second bonus, attack plus 150% against enemy debuff status element. Alright, okay, that is pretty high multiplier there for attack. And last one, when equipped 2 or more such skill in the same set, damage done to enemy with frosting 1%. Really important to equip 2 skill, otherwise you will be missing a lot of damage. So make sure to have 2 skill in the set to get the 1% frost element damage. Really good. And you won't consume any SP when using this. So one of the strongest firefall bursts for spear, definitely something you really want. If you're spear main, of course. Otherwise, if you already have other full bursts, for example bow or rapier, you don't really need the spear. And Joy of the Sky allies and Steel Wing Commander Klein is a sword skill with a higher damage multiplier increase after limb breaking. Definitely worth the limb break, yes, definitely worth it. So definitely worth to use the Nidus, both allies and Klein. If you are spear main, then you want to limb break the Klein. If you're sword main, then you want to limb break the allies. Definitely worth it. And yeah, so overall, really good skill to be honest. Really good passive, really good sword, really good support dagger for your dagger DPS. And then it's really good spear. So all 4 skill, very good. And the drop rate for this one is of course gonna be similar as any other 5-step banner. 0.325% to get one of the feature, and then 0.011 for the non-featured. Step 3, you're gonna have, let's see, 5%, right? Yeah, 5.416% chance to get one of the featured, or in total 22% chance to get one of the featured, or 78% chance you get non-featured. And then we also have step 5, 25% chance you get the one you really want, or 1% chance you get one of the featured. So now the question is this banner worth to summon on? Well, if you look into the banner, you can see it's a 5-step, right? So it's gonna be a little bit expensive. It's gonna take a chunk of your wallet. It's gonna cost you 11,250 Arcana gems to do a full rotation. So it's gonna be a little bit expensive. But the 4 feature skill, they are really good, really amazing, really useful, especially if you manage to get Alice and Lisbeth, really nice. And if you don't manage to get Alice or Lisbeth yet, and you manage to get Klein, that's fine, you can spell around it, it's still pretty good. And then Silica, if you manage to get this one, it's not bad, it can be really good. Just play around Chain, it's gonna be really good. Chain have never been bad. Chain have not falling off, they're still relevant, still amazing till this day, so not bad to get a chain skill. So all these 4 skill, really good. And if you're a new player, started the game, or you're currently progressing through the story and you don't have any full burst skill yet, I do recommend pulling this one. It's gonna have really good value, especially Alice, Lisbeth. If you manage to get both of these, you're gonna clear some of the really hard content, especially when it comes to Slash and Fire. And if you look into the boss that is weak to Slash and Fire, we're gonna start with chapter 1. We do have the one eye if you want to farm Integral, but you can pretty much skip this one. You can farm floor 100, the radius, and they do drop core metal and stone, so gonna be real nice. And there gonna be a lot of people gonna farm right now floor 100 for the core metal, but also Yasha to resell to any beginners. So you're gonna be really useful and also able to grind a little bit for the end game. And if you look into chapter 2, we don't have any boss that weak to Slash of Fire, but in the future, if they release a boss that is weak to Slash of Fire, you're gonna be ready with the Alice and Lisbeth. You're gonna have a decent set, so it is not bad to prepare for that if you want to do that. And for Chaos Showdown, if you want to look into Chaos Showdown, we do have Slash Fire, Crimson. If you're beginner want to try out Chaos Showdown, the Spear Tree can be nice. And we do also have the Chaos Ray if you want to farm endgame gear. Not bad either, Slash and Fire. Though this one requires a little bit more setup. You do also need some dagger skill to able to apply some element. So you're not ready yet, but once you get the skills and then want to start farming for endgame gear, then you have the Chaos Drake that are weak to Slash and Fire. Nice. When it comes to Klein, you can also use it for any Frost Fire content, right? So for Chaos Shutdown, any weak to Frost and Fire, level 95, the false statue, you can farm that. And then we also have the Gleam Eye. You can also farm that with Klein, so it's not bad. And from floor, the latest floor, floor 16, you can also use that if you want to be a spare main. And then we also have chapter 1, Huang, if you want to farm Yasha. But there, oh man, I'm so blind. Yeah, Huang, farming for Yasha, so not bad either. So yeah, so you have pretty good banner that where you can use for other content as well, so not bad. For other players, if your current build is weak and you want to prove it, Summon Spawn is not bad either, especially if you want to prepare for GOG, it can be really nice to have it. I'm not sure when they will release another GG that are weak to Slash and Fire, but if they do that, then having Alice ready, or if the boss weak to Frost and Fire, having Klein ready, can be really nice, you know. If you're a player that currently building around bow or rapier fire element, then you don't really need Summon Spawn. And also, if you're currently happy with the current fire build, where you have the one of the strongest burst skill in the game, the Fire Burst Kirito. I forgot what it's called, but that one is really good. It has 6,000 multiplier and a kind of similar bonus as well as Alice. So if you have already that one, you don't really need to summon this one. So you can pretty much skip this one as well. So it really depends what you have or what you need. If you're currently happy with your current build, you can pretty much save your current gem and wait for a future banner. If you're still unsure if you want to summon on this one or not, I do also recommend you can wait a little bit. We do have more banner coming soon. We do have one selection banner, and then we have Phyllis' birthday. But also in April, we're gonna have April Fool banner. We're gonna have many birthday banners as well. So if you're still unsure, you can save you a current jet right now just to see what other banners coming, and then decide if you want to summon this one or the other ones. So yeah, that is for me. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Take care now, and bye bye.